Hi guys, I'm Adam Wilborn from WhatCulture. He is Simon Miller from WhatCulture, and we are here in Dallas, Texas for WrestleMania weekend. But before we get to all the WWE stuff over the next few days, some big AEW breaking news following AEW Dynamite. Toni Storm is all elite. She was, as many people suspected, the surprise opponent for the Bunny on tonight's AEW Dynamite in the Owen Hart tournament. And, what a fantastic get for AEW and the right decision for Toni Storm as well.
I think so, yes. I think we can talk on her behalf. Well done, Toni Storm. I think it's like the two people that were wildly rumoured were Athena, formerly Ember Moon, and Toni Storm. Either one would have been good for me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Toni Storm, the WWE run wasn't the best. We had all that weird stuff with the Pie and Charlotte Flair.
Main roster stuff,
and all of that. So she went away, and she was actually quite silent, in terms of her wrestling activity. So to come back now, qualify for the Owen, which she can actually win as well. I think Toni Storm would absolutely be someone that could be in that category. And also, it's some people are like, there's too many AEW debuts. I'd take a debut every single week. There's nothing better in wrestling than a debut.
Yeah, I will say this. I've sat here on the news before and said, all right, that's it. Stop now. No more, gets, whether it's from WWE or from anywhere else. But it's always got to be on a case-by-case basis, and especially for the women's division in AEW, which has vastly improved over the last, 12 months, both in terms of in-ring and in terms of personnel. You have to say, if Toni Storm's available, you've got to get her.
It'd be stupid not to.
Yeah.
Like, you are passing up a decent talent. And also, if we do go through all the AEW debuts we've had, they have been predominantly on the men's side.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense. If we're going to bolster that division, let's bolster the women as well. And we can do that thing. Toni Storm versus Britt Baker, Toni Storm versus Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa. It's boring. I'm not going to do it because we can go on. We can go on for ages. So I'm excited to see. And also, I think you can bring in Ember Moon at some point as well. But you can now give it a few more months. I mean, maybe she goes somewhere else in the meantime. But I mean, given the reaction, given the pop, given the stuff on social media as well, it certainly seems like a smart decision. And I think it will only benefit going forward.
And let's talk briefly about Dynamite. Very eventful yet again, closing out with the Hardys and Private Party and Andrade defeating Darby Allin in the main event.
Darby Allin.
But also, we should talk about the other end of the show, the start of the show. CM Punk defeating Max Caster and making his intentions known regarding for the world title.
Yeah, and that was cool because we continue on. We basically got the best of each of the worlds.
Yeah.
CM Punk continues on his I'm going to wrestle all the young guys tour, but now all the crazies on the internet that have been like, CM Punk should have come in and won the world title. You've got it now. He did the thing. Yeah. And he confirmed he means the world championship. Plus, he name-dropped Hangman Adam Page and Adam Cole. Yeah. So, the next pay-per-view's double or nothing, right? So
we got Battle of the Belts before then. So
Adam Cole, Hangman. And then we can go straight into it. And it begs the question, you can't have CM Punk lose that. So what do we do to Hangman? This gets me excited.
He basically said he'd do pretty much anything to become world champion, which...
What does that mean?
Exactly.
What does it mean?
And we also got the, what was it called? The Undisputed Elite Championship Celebration. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, they came out with stickers on the belts. In case you haven't watched my stuff before, I'm a big fan of goofy wrestling. Yeah. And it was silly, and they had a box with 5 balloons in it, and at one point Kyle only sat on the floor because he was so overwhelmed. This is the kind of stuff I want, especially from 3 guys who are meant to be a bunch of assholes, right?
And the Blackpool Combat Club, a great showing for them tonight. You had Bryan Danielson torturing, effectively, Wheeler Yuta, who put a hell of a showcase in. I saw a lot of response about that on social media and, just hyping up potentially him joining the Blackpool Combat Club, and Moxley versus Lethal as well.
Both really good matches. Moxley versus Lethal I really liked. Surprised.
Beat the crap out of each other on both matches.
I thought Lethal was going to do something at the end. Because, of course, on Rampage, something's got to change. But he has lost once more. And Tony Khan in the past has talked about using losses to develop storylines. So, I mean, does he do something that then takes on the Blackpool, Combat Club? Does he go in? I don't know what they're going to do. But, yeah, both matches are awesome. Danielson versus Yuta probably a little bit. Yeah. Not better, that's the wrong word, but it was just so nuts.
Visceral, I think is the right word.
Vicious, yeah.
Let's talk as well a little bit about the Jericho Appreciation Society. We are big fans of it. We got Eddie Kingston and Santana obviously seemingly get a bit of revenge for that, but then the numbers game once again caught up to them.
Which is really cool, right? Which also ties into what we were just said. So you're going to have to get 2 more people, and you want to take on a bunch of sports entertainers. Well, why don't you get 2 wrestlers or Bryan Danielson and John Moxley. But honestly, when the Jericho Appreciation Society started, I was like, okay, it's a Jericho thing. Plus, it's got 2.0 in it, who I love. And I like Daniel Garcia, I like Jake Hagar. But I was like, I don't really know how this is going to blend. I know it's only been going a few weeks, controversial. I think I prefer it to the Inner Circle. I think it's more fun, and I think the Inner Circle were needed given where they were in AEW's birth. But right now, I feel this has taken every single person and kind of shifted them in the direction where they need to go. And I love the fact that Santana, Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston got beat down again. Yeah. So right now, the new group is dominant. And it makes sense. Well, of course they got together because it's actually benefiting their careers. So, yeah, I'm pumped for this. And what, we do like a Blood and Guts or something like that?
Yeah, that's what we were speculating on in the bar. I mean, you don't need me to sing the praises of Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange. And further developments with the Pinnacle and specifically with FTR, who, of course, faced the Briscoes at Ring of Honor on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, they were on the show 3 times, obviously, because we had the thing with MJF at the start. Then we had the match against the Gun Club. And then they were back again to remind us they want to take on the Young Bucks. So I enjoy that we've created these multiple strands and we can go in any kind of direction. But it's kind of clear we're turning them babyface. Yeah. I think they lose their Triple Eight title to the Bucks. Hence, and that way they've lost to them twice because they lost first time after doing the flip, which they don't do. And then I actually think you build them to the World Tag Team titles after we've got the whole because once the Red Dragon and Jurassic Express stuff is done, Red Dragon can have beef with FTR, which then brings you back round to FTR versus Young Bucks, and then you have FTR win.
Simple stuff. Now, of course, you're going to be doing ups and downs on this on the channel, so make sure you watch out for that in the next few hours. I don't know.
Who knows?
We've been awake for more than 24 hours, I'm fairly certain now. But as I mentioned, we are here for WrestleMania weekend. Aside from, the 2 WrestleMania shows, what are you most looking forward to?
I'm intrigued to see what happens on the Ring of Honor card, especially the last 10 minutes, because Tony Khan has told us not to turn away. It wouldn't surprise me to see a Samoa Joe, a Cesaro, somebody like that. And also all the little shows that are going on over the weekend. I also want to see what's going to happen on the Hall of Fame, because it is The Undertaker going to the Hall of Fame, which is a pretty big deal. I know now all of a sudden it's become, we don't like The Undertaker anymore. I still like The Undertaker, so I want to see what he's going to say and how we kind of wrap up a 30-plus year career, which is pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing to see what happens over the next few days with that, and like you mentioned with WrestleMania and Stone Cold and what have you. That's going to be fascinating as well.
Stone Cold.
You're going to SmackDown, and we're going to Ring of Honor. We're going to be covering all that, and then of course you got night 1, night 2, obviously Stone Cold. Raw. It's going to be a wild few days, and we're going to be obviously going to WrestleCon and Wale Mania. It is truly going to be quite the experience over the next few days.
It is, but it's cool because especially given all the happenings in the world the last couple of years, to be out here, to be enjoying it, to be able to appreciate it with everyone else that is going to be here too. I think it's very nice. I think it's very poignant.
Indeed. So keep checking out the channel. We're going to be posting interviews and what went down and ups and downs of everything that we go to, of course. And let us know your thoughts on the main story from tonight. Toni Storm is all elite. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all the usual stuff. You can follow Simon Miller on Twitter at
SimonMiller316.
You can follow me at Adam Wilborn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE, of course, for regular updates from our wild weekend here in Dallas, Texas. And of course, WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from, for daily wrestling podcasts. We're going to be reviewing all the stuff we go to as well. But for now, this has been a breaking wrestling news here in Dallas, Texas. He's been Simon Miller. I've been Adam from WhatCulture. Thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.